At the end of the original movie, the Ghostbusters are hailed as heroes for having defeated Gozer and the Marshmallow Man. During much of the end credits, we see New Yorkers cheering for them, and we as the audience are led to believe that they went on to have happy and successful lives. We're also led to believe that Venkman and Dana Garrett hook up at the end. But at the beginning of Ghostbusters 2, 5 years after the events of the first film, the Ghostbusters are hated by everyone, considered to be frauds and scam artists, and are forced to go out of business. Fortunately, there was no Ghostbusters 3. We just got a brand new sequel this year that was very crappy, and neither Peter nor Dana Garrett hook up, nor were they funny. The central motivation for New York cop John McClane to defeat Hans Gruber is because his estranged wife Holly, living in LA, is among the hostages in the Nakatomi Tower, and he wants to get back together with her. 2 hours later, McClane kills Gruber in one of the best movie deaths ever, and he wins Holly back. In Die Hard 3, their relationship is reduced to a phone call, and in Die Hard 4, they're divorced. Sure, there aren't always happy endings in real life, but I don't always want to see real life in the movies. Okay, straight away, the theatrical release is canon, not the Donner cut. Okay, having said that, this sequel not only undermines the original, it undermines the essence of Superman completely. Since the 1930s, it's a fact that Superman gets his powers from a yellow sun, like the one our planet revolves around every year. This was true in the original movie, and Zod even states that in the first act of this movie, when they're on the moon. But Superman 2 suggests that his powers come from the green crystal. When Superman gives up his powers for Lois, then decides he wants them back, the green crystal not only gives his powers back, but it rebuilds the entire fortress. This is after Laura, his dead ghost mother, had told him his powers would be gone forever should he choose to lose his powers. Of course, this is the same sequel that gave Superman, as well as the three villains, powers no one had ever seen before. The original Poltergeist from 1982 established pretty clearly that the ghosts haunting the Freeling home are due to the neighborhood subdivision being built on a cemetery which still had bodies buried underground. In the last act, we see corpses emerging from coffins, keyword, coffins. But in the sequel, we're told a year later after the events of the original movie that the ghosts are due to an insane preacher who conveniently turns out to be the beast of the first film. This preacher leads his congregation to their deaths in an underground cave, and it's their ghosts that are haunting the Freelings. So if they died in a cave, what was the deal with the bodies in the cemetery and the coffins popping out of the ground in the first movie? Alien 3 earns the #1 spot because it still pisses me off to this day. With James Cameron's Aliens, he introduces a multitude of terrific characters, two of which we the audience get completely invested in, Corporal Hicks and young Newt. We spend 2 hours and 17 minutes investing in Hicks and Newt. We go through white-knuckle sequences of them escaping time after time, bonding together with Ripley, becoming a nuclear family, and eventually making it off the planet, only to have first-time director David Fincher step in and completely undo that dynamic in Alien 3. We waited 6 years to see what would happen with these characters, only to have them killed off in the first few minutes of Alien 3. Yeah, he justified doing that because he wanted to tell his own story. Problem is, his story sucked. To add insult to injury, Hollywood foisted Alien 4 Resurrection on us. Here's hoping in Alien 5, they find a way to bring back Corporal Hicks and he kicks everybody's ass. And that's the martini.